Live in the Mojave Desert is a live stream concert film series deep in the heart of the California wilderness, with performances coming from Earthless, Nebula, Spirit Mother, Mountain Tamer, and Stoner. Inspired by Pink Floyd's iconic Live at the Pompeii film, each of the concert films will be premiered online and presented in a 2-hour-long live hosted program. Some of the biggest desert rock legends will be on set attending and hosting. The bands themselves will join the stream. Each film will be released as a live album with an LP, CD, and DVD. And on February 6, 2021, it was Nebula's turn to rock the desert. It was an incredible show, good fun. The band were in great form, and a couple of weeks after, we had the pleasure to chat with them. That's the interview you're about to hear now. You want to understand how it came about and what the experience was like for them? Sit back and enjoy.
Good, thank you. How about yourself?
Yeah, man, can't complain, which is the least you need these days, right?
Yeah, pretty much, huh?
Yeah, man. Well, talking of which, then, how you been holding up throughout the pandemic?
Personally, great. Thank you. I moved out to like Joshua Tree, like July 2019. So it's just in time, really. It's a little different out here, you know. It's a smaller town, and yeah, people aren't so freaked out by everything. And yeah, I'd go back to LA. Well, I go back sort of once every 10 days or so for various reasons. And I can't believe it when I go back there. It's like different world, you know.
Yeah.
It's I live on a ranch right now, and it's I haven't really got any neighbors or anything, so I walk around in a bubble basically.
Yeah.
So it hasn't really affected me. The only thing I've noticed is that there's less traffic on the roads, which is great.
Oh yeah. I on the stream or the event, I was watching you talk about that as well there. So just that peace and quiet, man. That's something you're loving, yeah?
Yeah, definitely. It's just a slower pace of life out here, you know.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm in London, central London of the UK, so I have no idea what country is.
Yeah.
What about?
Yeah, I grew up in Wimbledon, so.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's my. I was born in Wales, but yeah, grew up in Wimbledon, so. Yeah, I miss London, but not right now.
yeah, that's it. Not right now. Yeah, come back a couple of years' time. I'm sure we'll be okay.
Mm-hmm.
What about keeping yourself busy? Is there over the last year or so? Is that something that's been easy to do?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, we were planning on recording a new record and things, and like writing that. So, like we had some tours cancelled, which like everybody else did, you know. So we just kind of shifted things around and sort of set to work on the new record, which we've been doing. Eddie actually ended up, him and his girlfriend just had a baby boy about 3 months ago. So he created that in the pandemic. But yeah, we've done a few like webcast kind of things, just like live rehearsals, and we played down in Sky Valley last July, which was like put out on the web as well, like a live thing at a friend's party. And so we've been doing that, and then we had the Live in the Mojave Desert thing to do. So we've been pretty busy despite not being able to tour.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's you've been able to take advantage as much as possible. The fact that there's no tours and anything like that, it's been able to take some level of advantage of it.
That's right. Yeah. So you just got to adjust. You know, you just got to adjust your where you're going, sort of thing, and be flexible.
Yeah. You've certainly been flexible, as you already mentioned. You're part of the Live in Mojave Desert series that's airing at the moment. It was an incredible show to watch and to listen to. What was your initial reaction when the idea was first pitched to you?
We were really happy about it. Like we know Ryan, who pitched it to us, Ryan Jones. We've known him through Stoned and Dusted Festival, which is held out here sort of every year. Yeah. And we played it, I think it was 2018. So we knew kind of that he was doing good things. And when he pitched it, it was like, okay, it wasn't even a second thought, you know, it's like, we're in, most definitely. And it was pretty pretty awesome to watch. Actually, we just got to see it for the first time the day of its release, basically.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So you've seen your performance back, and you were happy with how you guys performed as well.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it wasn't our greatest show, but it's a Nebula show, so we're pretty raw and real sort of thing. You get what you get,
Yeah.
So I guess it was like it's just a true Nebula show, really.
And had you ever done anything like that before? And did you enjoy the challenge of like playing in such a unusual environment?
Yeah, I mean, we haven't really done. I mean, Eddie did back in the day, played generator parties and stuff with Fu Manchu.
Cool.
But we haven't played anything quite like that. It was, they had a big production on, we've done parties and stuff out in the desert here. Like I said, we did the Sky Valley thing, which is a friend's party, and sort of is on 5 acres and had a garage that everybody set up in. And we've done nothing quite like that. I mean, there was Stoned and Dusted as well, which was outdoors, but there's no audience, so it's kind of cool in some sense. You're just playing for yourselves and the crew, but also kind of bizarre as well at the same time. And it was a fantastic experience. Like this, the sound, there's no sound reflections at all, nothing for it to really bounce off and just goes out there into space, basically. It's we had a great time doing it. It was really good. Sorry, go on.
I was going to say, what was the best part of the experience for you then that you can remember?
It's just playing, really. It's just enjoying playing. It's the noise, like you're just hearing the sound. It sounds a little different because there's nothing to reflect off of, and they were projecting a light show, the Mad Alchemy light show, and that was pretty awesome. We didn't get to appreciate it in the moment as much, because you're playing and you don't get to see it from afar. But it's just actually the whole experience, just driving out there, and they had to take us up there in trucks because the road was kind of sketchy, like in 4x4s. And they did a great job, and they made us feel really welcome. And great crew, all of them, like Ryan, Philip, Sam, and Joe, and all the rest of them. They were great job. So
what about the other side of it then? Was there did anything happen, or was there something that you particularly didn't like as part of the experience? No scorpion bites or anything like that?
No, although I think Eddie had a scorpion run across his gear during the show, and then I think he nearly fell in a turd as well, but you can hear him say something about that during Let's Get Lost. But that was about the only thing. And we showed up late as well. We were late arriving, like an hour and a half late, typical Nebula fashion. We tried, but it was but nothing that we didn't enjoy at all, really.
Well, I'm glad it went so well. And as I said, it's out there already, and it reflects in the actual show. And talking of which, then, since Nebula came back, have you been enjoying yourself since Nebula came back?
Oh yeah, for sure. It's just love playing. Like we were all playing anyway, when Nebula was on downtime. But I love playing with Eddie. Like we work well together. We've been playing like shit long time now together, about 17 years. So it's just good to be getting the opportunity to play as well, except in the last year, obviously. But you appreciate it more now when you do get to play. But we're always like rehearsing. Eddie's actually moving out here to the high desert at the moment, and we rehearse out here anyway. So it's just nice to be able to play and just create and just enjoy the fact that you can make noise with your friends, basically. So
and obviously a lot has changed in the business over the years, including during the period, even though you were in, still playing and stuff, did you kind of feel adrift at first, or was it easy to kind of get back into the swing of things?
It's pretty good. Like, I mean, that we used to have like the whole MySpace thing and all that, and like the only thing was, yeah, the social media. I wasn't like a big social media person.
Yeah.
So like the Instagram thing, that was like a learning curve. It's kind of easy, but it's that was a new thing for us basically. But yeah, I don't know, you kind of keep up with things, and yeah, just we're pretty adaptable, so we just sort of fall back into the groove doing our thing, and yeah, everything else seems to fall in place, so
Simple, like
it
it.
works out. Yeah.
You mentioned it as well. That one such example of things that change is that over reliance on social media. Your demands of streaming, instant gratification, internet. How much enjoyment, or are you getting any enjoyment out of that aspect of things? The desire of your fan base for you to always be switched on.
Yeah, I mean, it can be a lot of fun. We post, like, if you see our pages, it's like we post a lot of goofy stuff as well, like especially when we're on the road, because we're a lot of traveling and things. But yeah, sometimes we're not so good at keeping up with it, and sort of like let it slip a bit. But yeah, it can be a lot of fun. It's nice posting out stuff, and it's great for, I mean, seeing behind the scenes, and you can, especially for us as well, you can, with other bands, you can you're that much closer, that much closer to bands these days with the social media thing. They're not something far away, or just like you'd never get to speak to. You can like literally direct message people now, and I think that's a good thing. It's yeah, I think people like that.
Are you able to kind of balance your own sort of mental needs and that desire for you to be constantly posting?
Yeah, because we don't constantly post. We just do it when we remember, and sometimes we're better than others, but we can go like a month without posting something, and it's just like, oh shit, yeah, we better post some stuff. But yeah,
almost like the old school way of just sending out newsletters when you remember.
Yeah, that's it. Newsletters, or yeah, the emailers, and that kind of thing. So, but yeah, if we're doing something, if we got something to post, we'll post it. We don't often post just a random picture or whatever. It's usually because we got something going on, or we're all together. So
that's fair.
Try and keep it real and not oversaturate everything. So yeah.
Yeah, well, talking about which then, you kind of touched upon it at the start, but if possible, you're able to talk about what's kind of going on in the Nebula camp going forward. Like, do you have any major plans for 2021, or are you just guys just sort of chilling out and seeing what happens?
Well, we're supposed to go to Australia. It's about the third time it's been rescheduled. But that's, I think, like in November time. So fingers crossed that pans out. As I said, we're working on a new record. We've got a ton of songs, about 17, 18 songs, I think, at this moment. We're figuring those out. The trouble is, we keep writing more songs and coming up with new ideas, and we actually record like every rehearsal we do. So there's like so many rehearsals to go through of just to listen to pick out parts from, and that kind of thing. And yeah, we need to knuckle down and sort of get on top of that. But then there's also the release of this Live in the Mojave Desert thing, and that's going to be coming out on record too, I think in the next few months sometime. So yeah, we've got stuff going on, and I think we're going to do like another webcast thing in about a month or so, just like on Instagram or Facebook or something. And
plenty going on.
Yeah, keep us busy, keeps us out of trouble, basically.
What about the other guys on the Live in Mojave stuff? You had a chance to check out the first one, Earthless, or are you going to be checking out the rest of the bands when they come up?
Yeah, I've only seen a few clips of Earthless. I haven't sat down and watched it yet, which I mean to do. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Earthless. Sorry, not Earthless. Spirit Mother and Mountain Tamer. And I saw Stoner played a party the last weekend that I was at. So I got to see them live, and that was pretty rad. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the rest of them, seeing how they did. You know, it's kind of a cool thing that they're doing this whole live from the Mojave Desert. So hopefully they get to carry it on as well past these 5 volumes. You know,
yeah,
keep
for
it
sure.
going.
What about does it create any kind of competitive spirit in you? You kind of sort of see, all right, let's see who pulls out the best show.
Personally, like for us, not really. We're not really competitive. Like we just do our thing, and yeah. But no, it's nice to see like everybody's. I don't think anybody else is particularly competitive. Like most of us are all friends anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just, and we're all like different. You know, it's all lumped into the same sort of pigeonholed into the same category, but everybody sounds so different. So yeah, I don't think there's any real competitiveness from that aspect.
Yeah, it's not needed, as you would say. It's you're all in the same boat, and you're all lumped into that one big bracket of desert rock, as they like to call it. But obviously, there's so much more to you than that. Thank you, Tom. Thank you. I really appreciate you taking the time to do this.
No problem. No problem.
Thank you very much for watching. You can check us out on gbhbl.com, as well as on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Tumblr. Go to Patreon and help us out over there. That's patreon.com/gbhbl, as well as Big Cartel, where you can find some of our merchandise. We have a podcast running on SoundCloud and Apple Podcasts. And of course, if you like this video, do us a favor, hit the subscribe button and help the channel grow. Games, horror, and heavy metal. What else is life for?